So we just went by Braintree.
Yep.
And we're going to follow basically the red line into South Station, pretty much.
Yep.
And I'm here with Boston Transit Productions, Brian. So if you hear another voice on the video, that's him. He's kind of an MBTA expert and knows a lot about the equipment that we'll see. We just passed a Bombardier set that
on the red line
from
going from Braintree,
and about 30 years old.
Yeah, about roughly 30 years old. I personally like them. The Bombardiers, they have nice motor sounds. They give a pretty smooth ride, and I feel like they're the most reliable. Even though they're 30 years old, I feel like they're one of the more reliable car types in the T.
Okay, good to know. So we're at Braintree, which is the end of the Red Line subway.
End of the Red Line, on the southern branch.
On the south, right. And what's coming up next? North Braintree?
Let me think. Quincy Adams, I believe.
Okay.
Quincy Adams, Quincy Center,
Wollaston,
then North Quincy, then JFK, and then that's where we split off from the red line that goes underground, and we're gonna follow their own path.
Did that used to be called the Dorchester branch?
I believe so. But Dorchester branch is also the current day Fairmount line.
Okay. Surprised we're not going a little faster through here.
Well, this area is pretty busy with trains.
Okay.
I mean, we have Middleborough Lakeville now, Fall River New Bedford line, the Greenbush line commuter rail, and the Kingston line commuter rail too.
Gotcha. So we're looking at the Southeast Expressway.
I believe so.
A rainy Monday afternoon.
Our train is currently 24 minutes behind schedule.
Wow.
We're out for leisure today.
Yeah. Total rail fan trip. The inaugural run, South Station to Fall River to East Taunton, East Taunton to New Bedford back to East Taunton for the ceremonial ribbon cutting, and then now we're east. What branch is that? Did you notice that?
I believe that's an out-of-service freight line.
Okay. The rails looked in pretty good shape. That's why I was kind of surprised to see that.
Might be in service, might be out of service. I do not know all the freight routes here.
Okay, this is like an MBTA parking garage.
Quincy Adams.
Okay.
Next stop on the red line, and for us will be Quincy Center. Quincy Center is actually a pretty good station, I think.
Okay.
A few historical areas are near there. Quincy Town Hall. A few good restaurants.
It almost looks like we're street running. Of course, we're not.
We're high up in a double decker.
Yeah. Is that a commuter rail that just went by?
Yep.
So, where's the red line now, Brian?
I believe it may be on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on the other side.
Okay, so we're in Quincy now, right?
Yep, we're approaching Quincy Center. was just here yesterday.
Oh, you said that they weren't running the red line yesterday, right?
Yeah, they were shuttle busing.
Okay. I guess because today's a work day that they're running them.
Regular service.
Yeah.
Weekend shutdowns have less service impact.
Are we in a tunnel or are we in a cutout? I think we're just
in a cutout.
Okay, this is commuter rail stop too, Quincy Center.
Quincy Center is also home to a decently large busway.
Busway?
Yeah, a lot of buses terminate here. They serve Weymouth, Braintree, Ashmont, surrounding area.
Will our next stop be South Station?
Next stop will be JFK UMASS.
Okay.
We should get up a little bit of speed going over the Neponsit River.
That's coming up next.
Yep.
We're pulling out of Quincy Center. We're still in the cutout. God, the station is dark. You said it's a nice station though.
Yeah, the area's nice.
Okay, upstairs is nice. Oh yeah, Quincy Center. Nice house, some nice big houses along here.
Yeah, Quincy's a decent area.
Yeah.
Good amount of history too.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks very New England. Now it's like, I know we're not on an elevator, we're on an embankment, but it's kind of like riding an elevated train. Now we go into a cut. See that.
Picking up a little bit of speed now, passing Wollaston.
Yep.
Right on that side is Wollaston.
Gotcha. So we're still in Quincy.
Yep, I believe once we go over the Neponsit River, I believe we go into Dorchester.
Okay. There's a commuter rail, southbound, outbound from Boston. Station is this? North Quincy.
North Quincy, yep, and we're passing the slightly newer CRRC set.
Okay. I didn't get it because it's on the other side. I'm just getting the west side of the route here. Neponsit River, right here.
Yep.
So now we're into the city of Dorchester, city of Boston. So I started recording this in Braintree, which is about 11 minutes ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
Commuter rail is actually pretty fast here on the Southern Red Line. We should be seeing Savin Hill pretty shortly. That is the Ashmont branch of the Red Line. We may see an Ashmont train or two.
Oh, there's, yeah, okay, the tracks next to us, that's the Ashmont line, Brian?
Yep.
It's one of the branches of the Red Line. And we're passing an Ashmont train here. This one looks pretty old.
This is an old Pullman Standard set.
Pullman Standard?
Yeah.
Built when in the 70s?
Late 60s, early 70s. They're the oldest trains in service on the MBTA heavy rail lines. And right over there, that station right there, that is Savin Hill, Dorchester. I believe it got upgraded pretty recently.
Yeah, God, those trains are old.
They are.
They've held up pretty well then.
They have, but the breakdowns on them are becoming more and more frequent.
They just use them on the Ashmont branch? Or
Nope, they use them on all the branches.
And we have another one heading outbound right about now. Look at this one, Brian. That looks pretty old.
Yep, got another Pullman set.
Okay. And now, this is where both the Braintree branch and the Ashmont branch come together at JFK.
JFK also has shuttle buses that serve the UMASS campus there.
Okay, UMass Boston, yep. And we have another train here, Ryan.
Another Pullman set going to Braintree.
God, these things are so old. How's the ride in them?
On the Pullmans, it can get pretty bouncy.
Yeah.
And they are very loud. 1717. Oh, isolated car. Fifth car isolated.
What does that mean?
Basically, no one can go inside. It's probably isolated due to a lot of trash. Maybe vomit.
That's another Pullman Standard, right?
Yeah, that may have been a train that we passed.
Okay.
Also, if you're out riding the red line, keep an eye out for car number 01616.
Okay.
01616 is haunted.
Well, this is 01618. I can't. I don't know if it's on that train or not.
The red line has gotten significantly faster over the year.
That's good news. So now the red line is going to enter the tunnel and go underground.
Pretty close to here near Andrew. Yep.
It'll be underground until Mass General, right?
Yep, Mass General at MGH. It goes above ground, goes over the Longfellow Bridge into Cambridge, and then goes back into the tunnel at Temple MIT.
And there's the tunnel entrance.
Yep. Next stop of that train will be Andrew.
South Boston. Right.
Now the track with the third rail, that I believe goes to Cabot Yard.
Okay. There's also overhead. Okay, now we're getting to the Amtrak yard.
Yeah, the overhead I believe is just for switching out Amtrak and just switching Amtrak trains.
Yeah, I saw an Acela set over towards that building. Can't pick it up now.
There's the Avalia Liberty side if you see it.
Couldn't see it. Couldn't pick it up. So we're entering the throat of South Station. 13 tracks. What's that, Brian?
That locomotive right there, that is an HSP 46. The MBTA owns 40 of them, and the MBTA is the only railroad in the United States that has them.
Wow. So this is the shop here we're looking at, this long building.
I believe it's mostly for Amtrak. I believe the MBTA does most of their overhauls and repairs at the on the north side. On the other side is Cabot Yard, main storage and maintenance facility of the Red Line.
Here's some, I don't know if they can see it out the window on this side. This is part of Cabot Yard, right?
Yep.
What's that cut off there? Is that towards the...
I believe that is heading towards Back Bay.
Okay. It's not wired. You notice that?
Yeah.
Here's an outbound. Is that Worcester?
That could be Providence. It could be Worcester.
Okay, right. Could be Providence.
It could be Fairmount, Franklin, or Providence. I really don't know. But yeah, all those tracks on the left, those head towards the northeast corridor.
I'll have to do this again when there's no rain. These raindrops are kind of
Messing up with the video?
yeah, a little bit.
South Station, this will be our final stop.
South Station has a lot of slip switches like this right here.
What are they called? Slip switches?
Yeah. I'm not really good at explaining how they operate, but they're decently compact.
Okay.
But with slip switches, you got to go through pretty slowly, because the faster you go, the train's going to rock back and forth a lot.
There's a outbound. No destination sign on it. Maybe it's going to the yard. And there's an Excella.
Potentially.
A couple few tracks over, a few platforms over. Alrighty, friends, thanks for coming along with us, and thanks to Brian from Boston Transit Productions for identifying some of the sites and the equipment along the way. Thanks again for watching, subscribing, commenting. It's always welcome. Take care, have a great day, and God bless you.